Good morning, YouTube friends. Here we are again, finally filming a ride again. It's been a few days. But off we go to work on the Big Indian Pursuit. You may have seen the pictures I posted because I guess I can do that now. I got quite a lot done this weekend at home in my home shop. It doesn't look like I made much progress on the bike, on the project bike, but I really did. I got a lot of the wiring done. I got a little more wiring done on that this morning. I acquired some tire machines. My floorboards came in. It was a busy weekend. I got a lot done though. I thought I knew that truck, but I don't. So I rearranged the whole damn shop. Got the tire machines in place. I'm missing a few bits and pieces for them, but that's what happens when you buy used. Even so, I really can't complain for the price. So I've got a few bits and pieces coming from eBay, and the guy I bought them from is looking for a couple bits and pieces because he doesn't live far away. He's right here in the same town. He's looking for a few bits and pieces that we're missing. I'll probably hear from him in the next couple days. So hopefully we can get that all sorted out pretty quick and press on. Work's been really slow. Work was so slow I took Friday off because there was nothing going on. And yesterday it was quite slow as well. Today is Tuesday, by the way. I drove the truck yesterday because it was raining and I had there was a frame, not a frame, a crate, a steel crate for a go-kart at the shop that I was told I could have that crate if I wanted it because it was taking up space in the shop and there was no use for it. So because it was raining yesterday, I finally took the truck to work and went and got that. That will become shelves under one of my workbenches, and the red shelf on the wall will probably go away to make a little more space on the wall in the shop. Because the shop's getting kind of full, but the little green Honda-Matic needs to go away. I don't have room for it anymore. Claudia don't ride it, so probably stuck with it until the spring, unfortunately, because I resurrected that thing and I've actually got way too much money in it, and I'm not going to sell it for less than I've got in it. And I need to put a battery in it because of course the battery that I bought when I was doing the work on it to make it live again has already crapped out. But I've got a battery tender for it now, so there's that. I can keep it plugged in all winter. But yeah, I've got 2 more wires to hook up on the bike build, and then I'll be ready to put the carburetor and the exhaust on. the starter isn't working on it, but I think it just has dirty contacts in the solenoid. I hope that's all it is. But if it does wind up needing a starter, I've got one on a shelf, so because the bike came with a starter, and so did the engine and transmission that are in it now. So if it's more than just needing to tear into the solenoid and clean that up, I have a starter that'll fit it just fine. It just sucks to put a starter in one of those because you got to pull the primary cover and undo the jack shaft and all that. It's not like a car starter, and it's not like a more modern Harley Davidson starter where you can just unbolt the starter and take it out. And I've already filled all the fluids in that bike, so I've got brand new primary oil in it, and that stuff's kind of spendy. I got the good Drag Specialties synthetic stuff, so it's not the top of the top end, but it's good stuff and it's expensive. So if I wind up having to replace the starter, I'm gonna save that oil and put it back in. But we probably won't even make it to that point till this weekend. There's a lot of little detail stuff I need to fix on that. Before I fire it up, or well, before I try to ride it anyway. I can fire it up, but pretty much as far as making it run and move, we're getting pretty close. I will be rebuilding the forks and replacing the steering head bearings too, but I haven't made it to that point yet. I want to get it running and make sure I don't have any engine or transmission issues. Ride around on it at least a little bit before I put it on the lift for the, before I put it away for the long term and then get it back on the lift and rebuild forks and steering stems and stuff. The bike says it's 50 degrees right now. I don't know what that is in metric, but it's kind of cool for a bike ride. I've ridden in colder for sure. It's still a nice day for it. Normally my cutoff is about 45 degrees. It's about as cold as it'll be and I'll still ride. Oh, let's see, what have I got going on today at work? I've got a Duke 690 that I need to take for a road test because I've already done all the things on it. I came in for an oil change, and he said there's a death wobble on the highway, but his tires were just about flat, so that should be taken care of now that he's got air in the tires. And he wanted the suspension stiffened up. And while I was there with the oil change and everything else, I lubed and adjusted the drive chain. So he should be pretty well good to go now. And I just have to ride that this morning to make sure it's good to go. Beyond that, there's an older Harley-Davidson Road Glide that is in for an oil change and an oil leak. And we found the oil leak. The oil had been leaking pretty bad for quite a while, so everything was covered with oil, so I had to spray it right down with Simple Green and pressure wash the whole bike, and then get it on the lift and wipe everything down and get about 47 layers of crusty, greasy, nasty oil, dirt, filth, crud off the thing to get it clean enough so I'd be able to see where the leak was coming from. And his transmission was just a touch low, and his primary was half a quart low. So I took it for a nice long ride and got back and found the leak. It's leaking where the stator wires come through the primary case. So we're waiting for parts and approval for that. And unless something else comes in today or something came and got dropped off overnight, that's all we've got. So I really don't mind going home early and working on my project bike, but at the same time, I've already taken a whole day off unpaid this pay period because I'm out of vacation time and sick time. So if I take too much time off, it's going to start hurting my paychecks pretty bad. So I don't mind like an afternoon once in a while or a day once in a while, but if it starts to be every afternoon, that's no good. I can't sustain that. So what I'm saying is I hope a little more work comes in. But with the weather and the economy the way they are, I'm not surprised that things are as slow as they are at the shop. It's been a pretty slow summer, really. Yeah, it's really been kind of slow all summer. So I'm not surprised it's dropping off so early right now. Uh-oh, there's disco lights back there. I don't think he's after me. I'm going a little over the speed limit, but I'm just keeping up with traffic. Actually, it looks like an ambulance or a fire truck. Yeah, it's a little cold, but it's a nice day for it. It's gonna suck when I have to drive my truck every day all winter. Riding the bike in the morning really helps me get my head right before work. Twisting that throttle on the way home does the same thing, but for different reasons. Shit, I ain't even running the heated grips yet. Although there was a day that was similar temperature, and I did. But the big fairing keeps most of the wind off my hands. There's not, it's really not bad at all with the stock bars. It is about time to put the tall windshield back on though. I really want to go a lot faster through that corner, but the speed limit's 30 there, and with good reason, because there's an intersection right at the top, and I know if I get ballsy and stupid and rip through that corner hard and drag floorboards, there'll be a car coming out right in front of me when I get to the top. Alright, y'all, that's it for today. Hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.